I've interviewed in a lot of places, and I've had some successful, some very, very unsuccessful. I've done interviews for certain campus clubs that I'm a part of. It's taught me a lot. It really has. Even just in conversations with people around various topics, it's almost automatically apparent how authentic somebody can be. Meaning a genuine interest or a genuine passion or even just genuine preparedness when it comes to a high stakes setting such as an interview. It's apparent within 2 to 3 seconds, if we're being honest, automatically as soon as somebody opens their mouth and utters words, the way that they deliver their words, the way that they're set, their posture, their eye contact, all these little things, sure they matter, but it's almost automatically detectable if somebody has done any type of research, if they have done any, if they've prepared at all, if they, not just their ability to rattle off random facts, but how confident they are in the words that they say, how confident their stories are. It's funny. I've recently done well in an interview and acquired a position for next summer, which I'm very elated and grateful and thankful for. But the reality is, a lot of people who go through this process have to start crafting some type of story. They refine it, they practice it, they have it looked over by career coaches and things of that nature. But I don't do any of that. I've never done any of that. On my SAT, I got top 99%. I never had a single tutor. My tutor was Sal Khan from Khan Academy. I'm not saying this to flex, but I'm saying I had a genuine want to do well on the SAT. This isn't something that I was thrown into by a parent or an organization or something like that. I wanted to do well, so my genuine interest shined through, and it reflected in the result that I got. Same thing with this job. My genuine interest shined through, and I was able to answer these questions quickly, efficiently, and with what is objectively a great answer. Just look at the results. But it's not something that I had to rehearse. It's not something that I had to refine. I just know it, if that makes sense. Sure, I prepared it, but my response wasn't some rehearsed garbage. It was, I know what points I want to hit within the answer, but I make sure that every time that I utter this response as to, why I'm interested or what my background is or what my, previous experiences are, I know that I have points that I want to hit, but I let myself speak from what I truly want to say in that moment. Because the reality is, depending on the person that you're talking to, you have to adjust your tone a little bit. You have to adjust your level of formality. Some people you can be very informal with because they set that precedent. But some people, set a precedent that they want to be very formal. They don't want to discuss stuff outside of work. And guess what? That's fine. But your ability to do that is a skill that shows how genuinely interested you are, how authentic you actually are. That authenticity cannot be rehearsed, is what I'm trying to say. That authenticity cannot be taught. It just comes from genuine interest. It comes from genuine passion. It comes from genuine want. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I do think those that are truly genuine are those who stand to withstand the test of time. Reality is, I was pursuing a lot of coursework that I was not genuinely interested in. And it was like banging my head against the wall constantly every single day, trying to get myself to accomplish these tasks that I had absolutely no interest in. On the flip side, I'm interested in other subjects in which I read about on my free time, that I speak about in my free time, that I have friends with, that we speak about this stuff for fun. Why not pursue one over the other? That's something that took me a while to realize. But I think the point that I really want to hit at is that authenticity is not something that can be it's not something that can be faked. It's not something that can be rehearsed. It's not something that can be scripted. It's not it's not something that can be taught to an extent. I do think a lot of things can be taught, but I think humans in general are very good at detecting who is authentic and who is doing it for some ulterior motive, who is not doing it out of genuine interest or genuine passion or genuine need, whatever the case may be. Who's doing this for some surface level reason, for some hedonistic reason. And I think those who are in positions of power to make those decisions, whether it be interviewers or application reviewers or just other people with whom you're having a conversation, It's very, very easily detectable. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody who was not being their authentic self? You know what that means? It means avoiding eye contact. It means checking their phone. It means giving canned answers or one-word answers. It's automatically detectable. You don't have to have a conversation for 5 minutes to realize that, oh, this person's interested in the conversation. You realize that right away. And with others, you also realize how authentic and how genuine of people they are automatically as well, by doing the exact opposite of what those who are inauthentic do. It's very easily detectable as human beings because we have made these judgments ourselves constantly over time with so many different conversations that we have. So I do think we should consider the fact that a lot of others do the same thing with us as well. I am of the school of thought that authenticity cannot be faked. Rather, it's something that is so clear to everybody. The way that I'm speaking right now, or the way that I used to produce my videos, was write words out word for word and just read off of my laptop or my journal. Sure, the thoughts are authentic and the words are authentic, but the delivery is not authentic. And I hope that this type of delivery, in which I do truly come up with each and every video idea, and I do come up with a few bullet points that I want to hit on throughout the piece of content, I want to deliver it as something that is a free-flowing piece of what I think, rather than it being what I think but typed up so that my brain has no room to flow, or has no room to come up with ideas on the spot, because I do think that's where true authentic conversation lies. And I want to be more authentic, and I want to be more upfront, and I want to be more open, and I want to be more conversational as a style, rather than reading words word for word. It's not good. It's not good content. It's not good content that can be consumed. I want it to be conversational. Most of all, I want it to be authentic, and I think that can be seen, at least by me watching the videos that I'm producing right now and comparing that to the videos that I've produced in the past. Completely different outcomes. I think we can easily detect authenticity within folks within the first few seconds that we speak to them. And I think the same conversely goes with the way that others perceive us. I think we must be careful with truly being authentic in what we pursue and making sure that that authenticity is as real as possible.